Chris Weidman takes on Uriah Hall. High stakes matchup for both men in the middleweight division, both looking to move forward, get some bigger bouts in this middleweight division. Weidman has had some trouble since dropping his first professional loss to Luke Rockhold years ago. Was 13-0 as a pro, is now 15-5. It's a 2-5 record since that moment. Look at Uriah Hall. He is on a 3-fight win streak, but less than impressive in my opinion. You look at the Bevon Lewis fight. He did get the knockout late, but he was losing that fight. Beat Anthony Carlos Jr. on a split decision, and in the last one beat a very old Anderson Silva in a low volume fight. Not a lot of punches thrown by either man there, but he did get the stoppage, and it's a good win, I guess, beating Anderson Silva. Weidman, he's the first man in the UFC to do it. Coming off a win over Omari Akhmedov. Bad loss at light heavyweight to Dominic Reyes prior to that, but that's a very tricky matchup. Reyes is dangerous, and you saw, what he was able to do against John Jones. This is a very intriguing fight. Uriah Hall definitely has the advantage as far as the kickboxing. He's a very dangerous striker. Does bring in a reach advantage of 1.5 inches, though he is the shorter guy. They did fight once before, Weidman winning that fight by knockout, but this is not the same Chris Weidman. I do suspect Chris Weidman is going to want this fight on the ground. I don't think you want to mess with Uriah Hall's stand-up. He's very dangerous. He's explosive. And he gets knockouts in fights that he's losing. Even if Weidman is able to win the first 2 rounds, he could get caught in the third. We've seen it with Uriah Hall time and time again. I do feel Chris Weidman has some keys to victory of clinching, a lot of clinching, working towards getting this fight to the ground. But something to note about Uriah Hall that's underrated will be his takedown defense. He's not an easy guy to put on the back. He's a guy that can stop takedowns. Granted, he has been taken down before. It's not like he's not able to be put on the ground. We'll quickly check the stats here. All right, we'll talk about him actually on this page. I have them right here. All right, so for takedown defense, Uriah Hall is sitting at about 69%, whereas Weidman's accuracy sits around 47%, though he does go for nearly 4 takedowns per 15 minutes. I do think he does get Uriah Hall down eventually, but I don't think it'll be as easy as a lot of people might suspect with, being the wrestler versus striker. I think Weidman will work for takedowns. I do think he'll eventually land some. I think probably towards the middle or end of that first round, he gets his first takedown, and then going into the second and third. Lots of grappling attack. I do think there's competitive moments in this fight. You look at Weidman's career, he does have all his losses, all 5 by knockout or TKO. Uriah Hall known for the knockout power. He's a finisher, but doesn't always put everybody away, but a lot of times does deliver with emphatic knockouts, especially looking back to The Ultimate Fighter. I like this fight to be Weidman by a decision, but I do have to totally acknowledge that Uriah Hall has a legitimate puncher's chance in this fight, or kicker's chance, really striker's chance, we'll call it. I want to look at these prop bets. The one prop bet that I do like for Uriah Hall, if you are craving to throw something down, this is his only means to victory, and he definitely could do it. A Hall by a TKO is sitting around a plus 215, plus 210. I know I'm not picking him to win the fight, but I'm not 100% confident in Chris Weidman. Chris Weidman is not going to be on my parlays. I'm actually not betting on Chris Weidman even to win the fight. It's about pick'em's odds. He doesn't look great time in and time again. And now he's fighting Uriah Hall, who also doesn't look amazing, but is on a 3-fight win streak, has momentum, and has the tools to win by knockout. I think Weidman's most realistic outcome of victory would be a decision. Could potentially grab a submission against Uriah Hall, but Hall, not a guy that gets tapped very easily. Went the distance with Carlos Jr., who's an amazing grappler as far as straight Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu does go. Look at some of the more prop bets here. Weidman by a decision is a plus 205. Weidman inside the distance, plus 325. I don't like the inside the distance bet on Weidman. I like the decision more so, but I don't even like a bet really on this fight unless you wanted to sprinkle something down, maybe at a Uriah Hall by TKO or knockout. I think that's his means to victory, the only way he can do it. Not going to guarantee success here because I do think Weidman does edge him out by a decision. What could be maybe a weird fight, truly. It really depends on what Chris Weidman shows up in this matchup. Either way, I am picking Weidman. Odds near pick'ems. Skip the bet straight up. If you want to throw up a little prop bet on Uriah Hall for some fun, I like the knockout prop bet in this fight. He has a legit striker's chance, though I feel odds are more in the favor of Weidman winning the rematch and getting himself a hard-fought decision win with a lot of grappling. That is pretty much it for this video. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Also, guys, follow my social media, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and I will see you all in the next video.